Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, we're going to talk some boxing. I'm what you need. You're watching my channel. If you like this video, don't forget you can like, share, subscribe, comment, and you can donate via Western Union or MoneyGram. We're going to talk first of all about this Devin Haney, Gary Russell Jr. situation real quick. So, Devin Haney and Bill Haney came and spoke on a Key Sports TV on the LDBC media, and what we saw was that Bill Haney showed actually the terms of the agreement, and he showed that actually DAZN was on there. You know, Gary Russell demanding DAZN. They changed that and put DAZN on there. They gave Gary Russell basically everything he wanted, and they've been doing these negotiations for weeks now. And Gary Russell Jr. just stopped talking for a whole week, and then he came back and started talking recently. So Bill Haney came out and responded, okay, that there's no need to go to Al Heyman. Al Heyman's already approved this fight. Not only Al Heyman, but also Matchroom and DAZN, and they're on the agreement, the terms of the agreement. And that really, Gary Russell Jr. has no excuse. He's saying that, you know, November the 7th is too soon, and we learn now that actually DAZN even spoke on it. DAZN Jabs with Chris Mannix and Sergio Mora. They actually spoke about this as well. And then on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, on top of that, it is Gary Russell Jr. who criticized Devin Haney facing Yorkis Gamboa, saying that he would be a better opponent. He's the one that started this whole thing. Okay? So here's what's up with Gary Russell Jr. Are you just a capper? Is your word just shit? Are we supposed to just ignore you? You have said a lot of inaccurate and wrong things, false information. You know, you say, you know, your brothers tried to induce Mickey Bay to say bad things about Floyd Mayweather. Now we hear from Bill Haney himself, Floyd Mayweather never was against this fight, and that also Al Heyman's not against this fight. And Al Heyman's consent is there. Floyd Mayweather's consent is there, even though Floyd Mayweather has nothing to do with Gary Russell Jr. at all. And also, you know, Matchroom and DAZN are in support of this fight. In fact, Matchroom made an announcement on Twitter. So Gary Russell Jr. either in his own world or he really don't want this fight. He just opened his mouth and said something that you can't back up. And he's trying to, you know, look a certain way to his people in the DMV. But it's all good. You know, Devin Haney has been ducked by everybody. So Gary Russell Jr. ducking him is not a problem either. He's just capping all over the place, but he's really not serious. And this is what it looks like, in my opinion. When it comes to Terrence Crawford, I'm hearing reports that Terrence Crawford might rematch Gavaliauskas if he doesn't get the Brook fight. Listen, Terrence Crawford, listen, brother. You haven't faced a top 7 welterweight in the division ever. You've came into the welterweight division for the longest while, and you haven't faced anybody that's even in the top 7. Okay, Kell Brook won't even be one. But why we agree with Kell Brook as a good fight is because Kell Brook actually has done some things in boxing, and he's not Amir Khan. You're not going to just be able to stop Kell Brook. He's a big, solid, strong welterweight. So it really shows something. And if Kell Brook can make welterweight, the welterweight limit, you know, on weighing day, the official welterweight limit, and go into you're going to have a fight on your hands. Okay. I don't think you're stopping Kell Brook either. I know Errol Spence stopped him, but I don't think you're going to stop him. That's for sure. But what I can say is, if you don't start fighting high caliber opponents, Errol Spence constantly fighting high caliber opponents, brother, you're going to get smoked when you actually end up facing Errol Spence. He's going to smoke your ass. Okay. Because you ain't faced nobody like Errol Spence ever in your career. And you haven't even faced anybody like a Sean Porter or even a Keith Thurman that can hit like hard. You know, you haven't faced any heavy hitters like that. And fast and quick and speed. You haven't faced a Danny Garcia. You say he's good competition. You know, if you have respect for Danny Garcia, you better have respect for every single one of them top welterweights. And the top welterweights are Pacquiao, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. You know, those are the top guys right now in the division. So that's all I got to say about that. I hope Terrence Crawford's not going to be rematching Gavaliauskas, because that would just be one of the dumbest ass things ever. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm what you need. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Deuces.